That will be interesting to hear. Anyway, Heinrix, Cassia, here. Maybe after Inquisition we could stream Mass Effect Legendary. I was thinking about that too. I do have a key for that, so might be an idea. The second game you can definitely feel BioWare. That's nice.
It is so fortunate you have come.
Ah, it's voiced.
I admit I was seeking you out myself. After the events on Dargonus, it felt like an anthracite grey mantle had dropped on my shoulders. I spent a long time thinking about our very first meeting and what happened next. I cannot wait to shake off this dreary color. It was very naive of me to follow in the footsteps of the man who raised me in a gilded cage. And I was deaf to the needs of my own house. But you opened my eyes. As the future Novateur, I must gain wisdom to restore House Orselio to its former glory, no matter the cost.
No matter the cost?
Thank you. It will be an honor to keep guiding your vessel through the Sea of Souls, for as long as the needs of our dynasties are aligned.
Well, I hope she's on a good path, but it sounded like that.
You will hear no objection from me, Lord Captain.
You did not mention the Starway Atlas when we met.
I would never reveal this secret to an outsider, but you have come to my aid more than once already.
Oh.
The Starway Atlas is a sacred artifact of House Orselio. It helps our navigators chart a course through the warp. This crystal, the Atlas, has been inside me for as long as I can remember, giving me strength. But the others... I noticed the renegades in the palace were choked by ashen ghosts of despair when we met face to face. I swear the ghosts were reaching for their atlases.
But then I do wonder, is like the Astral Atlas like her crystal the issue, or is it like the crystals of the others? And what do they need the crystals for? Is it just empowering? Is it just... what are their functions? Who else uses crystals? Little hint. Is it something from the Aeldari? What? Is it... did they steal some artifacts and are using them to navigate the warp? Well, the only other thing from crystals I can think about is are those soul stones or whatever they're called? How did they acquire them? So, the Atlas is some kind of crystal that is implanted in the navigators of House Orselio at birth.
But my Atlas is much more powerful than the others. It's the Atlas of Tisiphone herself. That is what people have whispered behind my back my whole life, although no one knew for certain. But I always suspected. I simply did not wish to admit it to myself.
And what happened to Tisiphone after losing the Astral Atlas? I mean, even if she devised this whole plan, to what end? What happened to her? What does she want Cassia to do? Because I mean, they clearly don't know each other. Unless there's something in the crystal which can take possession or influence Cassia. But at least so far it doesn't seem like that. And I mean, then again, her emotions don't only affect others with crystals, it just affects everyone. So it is either her crystal or something else, and not the crystals of others. Certain navigators in your house fear the Atlas's powers.
Certain navigators in my house have tried to kill me more than once.
Oh.
But the tales of Tisiphone's brutality, I am beginning to wonder. What if they are all true? What if I will be a new tormentor to those who serve me?
And you have to just try your best to not become one. Her silver brows furrow in fury. Then she lets out a disconsolate sigh. You said you wouldn't share your secret with just anyone. Does that mean I'm someone to you? Oh, I hope that's not too flirty. Hey! First breaking up and then flirting. Nice, Edward.
I thank fate for giving me a friend with whom I can share my thoughts.
Ah, nice. Glad to be in the friend zone, actually. Guess her smile is much more broadly and with greater warmth than usual. Well, thank you for telling me.
Thank you for listening.
Giving you a slight smile, Cassia nods and thanks.
I have enjoyed your company. Thank you for the conversation.
I really like Cassia. I mean, she's incredibly strong in battle, but that's not the main part. I just really like her character and this whole Navigator business. It's just neat. Alright. Colony management. Interesting. Did I just... Don't we normally get like a, hey, project is completed message? I mean, we did the dirty business here. Or is it still... Should I finished? Unavailable? I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like that if it's still progressing. Ah, because we have complacency 10. Then things are instantly finished. Koronus. Yeah, Weaver 6 also has complacency 10. Let's go for the warp guides. Yeah, and done. That's really nice. Okay. Yeah, I think we just have to... wait for the situation to resolve itself. No, that's a different quest. And we're just waiting. And stop Xenos raids on your holdings. Before any new information is found, attacks on the colonies and trading vessels must be stopped to avoid any further damage. Well, I'd say let's just randomly travel somewhere. So also think about maybe investing some of our navigators inside another quick travel route. Then again, we can always just go to Footfall in an instant, and from there to Faustone, and from there to Janus. So I don't think we need that. Where's Gamma? Here. So it might be... Maybe we can maybe get like a route from Furibundus, I'd say, to Kiavagama. Yeah. Look, Kevin, this is most Hampton River. The crew is grumbling again, but they have the right reason this time. Our analytics systems have gone totally bonkers. The red ropes, tech priests are blaming the anger of the machine spirits. Allegedly, this is how they process their displeasure at the crew not being worshipful. They've largely managed to stabilize the output of the augurs and auspexes across the ship, but you should know there's something awfully sketchy about the machines today. I can confirm, Lord Captain. The vessel analytics systems were behaving incorrectly for a time. The cogitators could not produce statistical data and displayed meaningless numeric combinations instead. The augurs failed to correctly analyze matter and mistook solids for liquids and vice versa. Thanks to the tech priest's efforts, standard operation of the ship's mechanisms has been restored. I'm still registering sporadic reports of similar malfunctions, but we should now be able to handle them. I wonder if that's connected to Nomos. You know, the weird computer program, machine spirit, whatever it is we talked to last time. It is so pricey. Didn't we get an alliance with House of Celia? Couldn't they just gift us some navigators inside? Come on. I'm confused that nothing is happening. Lord Captain, we've received an astropathic message from Dragonus. Achilles Calendar reports a Xenos raid against the merchant ship in the silence of Marazhai. The coordinates of hypothetical contact have been forwarded to the crew. If you wish to support your subjects and fight back against the Xenos personally, we must hurry. It is unlikely that a merchant ship will be able to resist the enemies of humanity for long. Marazhai. Where is that? You know, there's a reason why games use quest markers. Here. 1, 2, 3 travels. And yeah, I think it's another recovery rate. Let's just look at our colonies. See, usually we get something like that. That is what surprises me. Dagonus. Lord Captain, there has been a tragedy in Dagonus. Governor Drivesteam has been dedicating most of his time to restoring the astropathic choir lost to the warp storms. But the Psykers assembled were struck by an unknown assault. They heard a something, and it has cast them into madness. The astropaths have lost sleep, clawed at their skin to the flesh, muttered gibberish, and now they have gone completely berserk. They had to be eliminated, and now only few of their most resilient astropaths are upholding the connection to Dagonus. But how long will they last? I wonder if something in the warp is like specifically targeting us. Or, I don't know, if it was just too much warp influence. What say my advisors? Where can we attain a new choir? The astropaths are among the most finely trained specialists in the Imperium, who beheld the light of the Emperor himself and gained a special bond with our master. I strongly advise the rogue trader to recruit only sanctionized Psykers who are capable of keeping their talents in check. If they are not enough, the Inquisition will assist you in locating and acquiring more. Of course. Then again, looking at what just happened, it might be smart to have sanctionized people. Your lordship, Lady Theodora not only had enemies in the Expanse, but friends as well. Those whom she helped out, rescued and saved. I think these people can offer a helping hand. Among them are several powerful planetary rulers who possess both astropaths and a deep respect for your family name. Sounds like the easiest. There are a lot of Psykers on my home planet Lyra, Lord Captain. Do you know why? There we are not despised, persecuted or enslaved on the black ships. There we are sheltered from raids, educated and respected. Of course it is all done in secrecy from outsiders, but I can suggest what ruler to contact. Perhaps the Von Valencia's family name will be enough to make a deal and obtain a more educated group of astropaths rather than some criminal rebel. Just want to have a look at the bonuses, but I think I would go probably for Abelard. But I think Henry's solution also sounds smart. Witch Collector. The Rogue Trader's party gain fellowship bonus divided by 2 move momentum when using any Psyker or Navigator powers. I like that. I use Navigator powers all the time. Or demons, carriers, creatures, Psykers, and Navigators deal 10% less damage to the Rogue Trader and their allies. That's more. Now let's go for Heinrix. I'm counting on the help of the Inquisition, Heinrix. You will get your astropaths. The Von Valencia's dynasty is too important for us just to turn a blind eye to it in its time of need. A wave of armed skirmishes and detentions swept across the Expanse. The ships carrying these powerful captives have brought the new astropathic choir to Dagonus. Even the most influential could not resist the fearsome agents of the Inquisition, who had requested the ruler's valuable servants to meet the needs of the Von Valencia's dynasty. The tragic pestilence of the astropaths has not reappeared again, but all of them have reported strange hearings ever since their first day on the planet. Is it something on the planet? Curious. Really curious. Anyway, more projects. Yeah, Fellowship of the Void. Yeah. And I mean, we get more money with this one, so we go for this one. I like money. Nice, we have 6, and we can't do anything more. So yeah, I think we maxed out all our colonies, except Dagonus, which takes a while to complete, because we don't have complacency at 10. I would say in general, look how complacent our colonies are. I love it. Where do we want to go? Here. Space combat is available in this system. Do we have a time limit? I know it's, oops. I know it said so. But yeah, best I can do is free travels. Don't want to spend inside for that. Oh. The tech priest reported a brief malfunction in the Gallowfield generator that left the vessel exposed to the warp for a brief second. According to the Enforcer reports, something did manage to get into the ship and is now prowling the dark corridors of Loading Bay 5. How do you have 94 profit coefficient? You mean the profit factor? I don't know, it's 100 a lot. I just did lots of colony projects, and that made me rich. And I went always back and handed in data to the explorators. That also gives you quite a lot of profit factor. Anyway. I think sending patrols would just kill the patrols. Isolate the chamber until the vessel leaves the warp. A part of the ship was isolated from the rest until it left the warp at the end of the journey. After the vessel emerged in real space and the chamber was unsealed, it was intact, with the exception of the crew who had barricaded themselves in a far corner of Loading Bay 5 and bravely resisted the unknown assailant for as long as they could. Their remains have been safely disposed of. Oh, I might be missing out on those. Then go back. They give you, like, you can, like, repeat it as often as you want, and for every, I think 5 times you scanned, you can hand in more data and get another profit factor. But besides that, I never really looked out to get, like, lots of profit factor. I mean, you can see I also, like, bought the mutant captives on foot 4, which cost me 2. I also did lots of contracts, and we got new ones. Let's see. We don't have that much adamantine. Yeah, those are not too great. I currently can't for reasons. Okay. Concern. A mysterious sickness struck the clan living in one of the... We had that already. You don't have to read it once more, I guess. Oh well. Rokari void ships. Let's go. You know, my biggest concern about now playing on Daring is not the ground combat, but the void combat. So let's see if this is going to go alright. But I mean, we have some new parts for the ship. Of course, I handed in some trophies in between streams, so I think we do have like better cannons on both sides, and yeah.
Let's make them regret ever crossing our path.
Universe class mass conveyor. Those are quite a few. And the sword class frigate is our ally. Nice. Okay. Should we just go here?
Helmsman,
Let's
take
try
us
that.
in.
Just enough. Just out of reach. Let's put the torpedoes here so they
Let the
can
void sort them
go
out.
for them. And let's attack.
Fire at will.
Come on, 30% chance to hit. At least a little bit. Still don't know how this works because it's just one hit, but well. Well,
With the force of a supernova.
yeah, that's it. That was all our weapons. Could use the shallow jump, but then we can't. Let's do that. Let's not wait. And here we go.
Salvo!
Come on, hit. Nice. Ooh. You're almost dead, my friend. How unfortunate for you. I love it. Yeah. Immortality denied, destroyer. What a title. And of course they're trying to destroy the merchant ship. Why are they targeting a merchant ship? Just to get the people, or... I don't get it. When you are too square away from a Drukhari ship, it loses a lot of its buff. Ah, probably because your Ogre race can just scan it way better or something, right? I'd guess at least. To get the people. I mean, yeah, usually they try to get the people and inflict pain and suffering and stuff, but why do they focus on us so much? I mean, even the Inquisition said that, right? Last Hatred, such an edgy name. Okay, melt our torpedoes. Go. Ha, they lost their shields, or, well, not their shields, their weird stuff. Let's go with a lance weapon for this one, I guess. Oh, let's see if we can destroy it with the warp towers first, but then we can just focus on the left one. Come on! Get ripped. Nice.
Fire at will.
Huh. At least some.
Launch batteries, fully.
And nice. Here we go. 2 down, 3 to go. If I give you 5 more movement, it should be enough to do. Come on. Here we go, and destroy. Nice. Is that enough?
Burn in the fires
Yes.
of retribution.
I take everything back against torpedoes I said at the beginning of the game. They are nice. Cool, just 2 Drukhari ship to go. Unfortunately our brigade is not that helpful. Last Hatred. Oh, Emperor. Are you just going to one-shot this one here? Yeah, okay, I don't know if we can save them. We will try, obviously. But I mean, look at that. We can hit them once. Oh, come on. You.
Helmsman, take us
I
in.
need to get closer, but I'm not sure if we can protect it. We could certainly try. Okay, can I hit you on the prow? No, it's the port. But well.
Make every shot count.
Come on. Nice. Okay, ability scan. Don't think this will be enough, to be honest. Then again, if we hit, come on,
Fire at
hit.
will.
Where we tread the unfaithful.
Well, I take it.
Effectiveness of the crew has been recognized.
Fast and deadly.
Adequate.
Nice. Big success. A new message from Master Scalender, Lord Captain. This time he's not reporting yet another attack, but the alleged location of one of the Xenos leaders. Achilles' aides have reported that said leader will be heading an attack on the paradise world of Grantus. There's one catch. The planet belongs to Caligus Winterscale, another rogue trader. Master Scalender noted in his message that responding to a distress call is unlikely to be considered an incursion into somebody else's territory. The governor of Grantus will most likely send out a call for aid the moment the raid begins. And if your void ship happens to be nearby, no one will question your reasons for landing. Politics. That's how you play it. You just have to look for the system now. torturing recharges the souls of Dokari? And what keeps them from being consumed by Slaanesh, as they are cursed technically to slowly die if they can't replenish their soul, and extreme emotions are the best way. So theoretically, like, any strong emotions would work? And not just the Dokari cursed, or also the other Aeldari? Anyway, which system do we have to go to? Palatium Stelos. Oh, here. Hey, nice. There's a quest marker. Who would have thought? Let's say we take this route here. Let's hope there are not many war perils on the way there. A trickle of disturbing news came from the navigation chambers over the last few days. Allegedly, there's a vast shadow following the void ship through the depths of the Sea of Souls. Mere hours before emerging in rear space, the vessel shuddered. An unidentified leviathan had emerged from the rolling warp, wrapped its tentacles around the ship, and started squeezing, trying to crack the hull like an egg. Okay, either I can trust in the Navigator's talent or I can pray. Let's trust in Cassia. The ship's navigator engaged the warp monster in invisible combat by giving orders from a chamber. By following the Astronomicon's guiding light and struggling against the mighty alien was seeking to break her at the same time, the guide managed to pry the void vessel from the nightmarish creature's grasp and execute an emergency translation to rear space, with minimal losses among the crew and new insights into the nature of warp entities. Ooh, Navigator's insight gained. Neat. See, it was a learning experience. Colony management. Just want to finish those here too. That caused complacency? Wait. Did you see that? Look here, at the colony characteristics. Complacency has the shield, which I always complained was more like looking like security. And those, I don't know, those 4 things and 2 arrows and 2 other things is security. If you go here, this symbol's complacency. Weird. Anyway. Costs people. And I get efficiency and provision. Do you need efficiency? Let's go for this one first. The other Aeldari are fine, as long as they stick to their paths, as this keeps them focused and they will strong to resist Slaanesh, and to also keep them from falling back into a hedonistic state. Well, doesn't sound stressful at all. There was a commotion on lower decks. The chief mutant hunter, who's responsible for eliminating heresy in the hold of the void ship, went mad due to the perilous influence of the war. The officer climbed the parapet above the central accelerator complex and threatened to jump unless the entire crew immediately submitted to a rigorous examination to uncover physical deformities and unholy perversions. After calculating the time and financial cost of the inspection of thousands upon thousands of crew members and consulting the tech priest about the danger of foreign materials getting into the intake of the accelerator complex, the deranged mutant hunter was graciously allowed to proceed with ending his life in the desired manner. Yikes. Reason why Yrliet is super pissed when one of the crewmates tried to bang her. She seemed mainly just disgusted by this whole, well, you're less a species monkey stuff. Alright. Let's have a look. Ah, true, we already went here. Wait. Are we mining xenotech from a planet from another rogue trader? Oh well. No, we did not, but we can do that. It sounds fun, let's do that. It sounds illegal, but... here we go. Governor's Camp. However powerful a rogue trader you are, to deal with the vendors of Koronus Expanse, you will have to demonstrate your authority and gain renown with them. The Aeldari reproductive cycle is different? How do they reproduce? If not sexually. Also interesting because I think after this loading scene probably will be the cut for the YouTube episode. A nice thing to start an episode with.
I always have a backup plan.
The Xenos got to the runaways before we could. I doubt any of them are still alive. The body is lying face down, his crooked fingers clinging to the ground. The woman had her spine broken, and then she was allowed to crawl in the vain hope of escape. Yeah, sounds like Drukhari. The dead noblewoman is staring at the sky with unblinking eyes. Her fingers have been thoroughly broken, and a tangle of intestines lies atop her slashed abdomen.
I always keep my options open.
Ah, great. The imprint of torment and fatigue has been left upon this world. The mark of my dark cousins is so stark, it cannot be anything but a trap. Yeah, quite sure it's a trap.
Nothing escapes
I
my
just hope
sight.
we can do this. Dark cousins, meaning the
A
Xenos that
trivial
repel
task.
even their own repellent kind. What weapon will we put to use here?
I sense something nearby.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
It's so creepy because everything looks like it's still used because I think they just slaughtered the people. Uh-huh. Oh, they're still slaughtering the people. Great. We know you. We saw you already, Marazhai. It's you, right?
At
It
last. You took your time coming to meet me, monkey.
It is our favorite Drukhari. The Xenos, in ornate black armor, turns his head to you. His thin, pale face is covered in tattoos and blood splatters. After a moment, his thin lips stretch into a crooked, unpleasant smile. A couple of seconds pass before you realize that the Elucidator is silent. The Xenos is addressing you in low Gothic. Interesting. I really would have thought that's like beneath him. Then again, Drukhari seem way less stuck up compared to Aeldari. Aeldari still have sex, but to conceive they need to have sex constantly over the incubation period to provide the correct genetic material, and they are pregnant for 12 months rather than 9. That sounds pretty, well, complicated. Let's go with that.
One of my soft-bodied kin.
He turns to Yrliet.
What meager offering tempted you to lower yourself to attending these animals? Or does their company remind you of being among your lost brothers and sisters?
I mean, Drukhari are absolutely horrible, but I guess from their point of view, if like all other species are just animals, it is also way less morally bad, at least in their point of view, because I mean it's just animals. It's still torture, but well. Oh boy. It is unknown if Eldar can have half-human children. Biologically, I would argue probably not.
What do you know about my brothers and sisters, Dark One?
Yrliet freezes. Only her wide eyes betray her dismay and anger.
Only that they wander blind and helpless, robbed of their home and hope. But why am I telling you this? Isn't it your duty to watch over your kin, outcast?
He kinda sounds like a Disney villain, doesn't he? Especially this, why am I telling you this? It's like such a Disney phrase. Or like from a play. Sounds like a field trip for Slaanesh. True. And I mean, you really have to want to get a child to go through with it, I guess. Like, come on, he's mocking us all the time, so My, this beast can speak our language. I wonder why it was a coercion check.
Speaking your language is slightly less trying for my patience than being forced to listen to a monkey machine butchering our tongue. Besides, I want you to understand well what I'm about to tell you.
Also, fun fact, Drukhari don't really have natural-born children, as they don't survive long in their homelands. Most are actually just clones. Interesting. All that grown. Curious. But yeah, Marazhai is all the way villain energy. And I know I complain about that quite a lot. I don't think it will be the last time, but just to mention it once more, that basically like the lawless and evil companions like Marazhai and Jai, which is definitely lawless, being the only non-straight companions, I hate it. That is such a bad and old stereotype. Anyway.
How is it that out of all of your kind, you're the only one to discover our feasts in advance?
Oh, it wasn't planned.
You're all so slow and sluggish that my kin have always been enough time to leave the battlefield before aid arrives. But still, time and time again, your dogs have been there to stand in the Cabal's way.
I really expected this to be a trap, like they were planning on us getting here. He pauses, waiting for your answer.
That thing is perceptive.
Hear the undercurrent of worry in Heinrix's murmur. Yeah, point in Heinrix. I don't want to lose my love. Aggravating, is it not? Having someone best you at your own game.
Do not try my patience, monkey.
Oh, we're so going to do that. The Xenos hisses in irritation. You know, maybe we're just smarter than we look.
And? That's it? Just an assertion that your kind are not as brainless as you appear to be? This answer does not satisfy me.
Oh.
I will tell you this, monkey. I know you might be lying to me, or you might even be unaware of who is guiding your hand. In any case, I have grown quite tired of your attempts to delay the inevitable. Surely you too have run yourself ragged, chasing us between the stars. Let us put an end to this. Finish this standoff. My forces against yours, once and for all.
But it's a really nice voice. Really great job at voicing Marazhai. The Xenos pauses, mulling over something. Then he continues in an unmistakable tone of worry boredom. You know, you don't have that many Drukhari around here. I think we can beat you.
You wander among the stars, so you must know of this place. An ancient reach, where the echo of stellar agony rings still. A place that serves as a graveyard for old stars, still filled with residual emissions and glittering dust. The place that buried your wreck, stuffed full of delicious, frightened monkey, and the horrors that devoured them. The threshold of our domain. Your kind call it the Cinerus Maleficum. That is where our disputes will be settled. The Cabal of the Reaving Tempest will be waiting for you, monkey. Do not come unarmed.
Okay, this now definitely sounds like a trap. I think he sounds like a good guy, let's recruit him. Bye healer, it was nice to see you again. All the best. And yeah, I mean, it is kind of spoiler. On the other hand, Aelcad really advertised it, so skip ahead. Put your hands on your ears, whatever, for 10 seconds. I mean, since Marazhai is recruitable, but I don't know if we're going to recruit a Drukhari. I don't know if that's something we will see. I'm also very excited to learn like the circumstances, but it feels very hard to imagine any circumstances where an iconoclast rogue trader would do that, I'd say. Or a dogmatic one, actually. We succeeded on another coercion check. Oh, you're finished pontificating. I think I dozed off there for seconds. Do you mind repeating the whole thing from the start? The mask of composure vanishes from the Xenos face. Spitting out a florid, vehement tirade, he draws his weapon. Nice. We finally got him to break.